So, first of all, Ellen, welcome, and it's great to meet you and talk with you digitally like this.
Yeah, nice to meet you too.
It's a new world, isn't it?
It is. It is. We're taking it day by day.
I imagine that the next films that people will do during this will be every actor gets to hold their own camera, and everything will be shot at a medium shot. So
definitely, I think people are going to get really creative. It'll be like a ton of tangerines.
Yeah, that's exactly. There's a new service on called Quibi, which a friend of mine, Jeffrey Katzenberg, just did, and everything is 10 minutes or less, so that it's for people taking breaks or going to the restroom to watch something.
Yeah.
Go figure. This is the world we live in, Ellen. Let's start with your story. I mean, first of all, how did you get into acting? When did the acting bug bite you?
It bit me pretty young. I think like one of my earliest memories is being on stage when I was, I think, like 3. Came out as Priscilla Presley, and I remember wearing a big wig and everyone laughing, and I was hooked. My mom's also a performer of sorts too, and I think she kind of passed that down.
And you grew up on the East Coast?
No, I'm Texan. I'm Southern.
Wow.
Yeah.
Where in Texas?
I'm from Dallas, Texas.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's a lovely, lovely place, Dallas.
It is. It is. I love Dallas. I love Texans. They're great. Great people.
Yeah. I worked in Texas for a little bit and on a couple of productions out there, and I'm always in awe of how beautiful the Southwest and the South of this country is. It's just gorgeous.
Yeah, it is. It's I think Texas gets a bad rap, but if you drive around Texas, it's pretty beautiful. It's flat, but it's pretty. Yeah.
Unlike Nebraska, which is flat and not very.
I've never been.
So what was your first professional gig you ever did?
Ooh. I think Doomsday? No. I did this short film called This Is You and Me, and that was my first professional gig with this really incredible director named April Maxey. And she's definitely one to look out for.
Wow.
Yeah.
There is a real difference in psychology of when you do a student film or a film and you're getting exposure, by the way, and you get a paycheck for a movie. There's a whole different feeling you get.
Yeah, definitely. No, that was my first one where I got paid, and I got my SAG card and all the things, and
catering.
And catering, and got put out the whole.
It's the expensive Twizzlers, not the cheap Twizzlers, but the good stuff.
The fat ones. Those ones.
So how did you find Inside the Rain? How did it find you?
It's through my reps, and went in for my first audition, and then they're like, "We like ya, come back." And then I think it was the 3rd round that I read with Aaron, and I think that was the one that sealed the deal. So got really lucky.
And tell me a little bit about your character that you play in Inside the Rain. She's quite a very interesting girl, isn't she?
She is. She's like all the best people. She's a dichotomy of a lot of things. I play Emma Taylor. She's a sex worker. She does lots of different things for money. And she meets Ben outside of a strip club where she's just worked as a human sushi platter called Maya Mori. Yeah. And I've actually seen this at a party, so it was an interesting thing to get to play out in real life. And she's a really brave, amazing woman. I felt really lucky to get to play.
And very smart.
Yeah, very smart, very empathetic, very, I think she's very observant. I think she's seen a lot of different kinds of people, and very accepting.
And she's driven in a way that
Yeah.
is very unique for you know. I haven't seen a character like this too many times.
Yeah, I think we often see sex workers portrayed as down on their luck kind of people, and she's quite the opposite. She's entrepreneurial. She does a lot of things as a businesswoman, and it's not that cliche or stigma that we often see.
And Inside the Rain is a very funny film. It has some really great both comedic and awkwardly comedic moments in it.
Yeah.
Is it hard to do comedy?
Oh, I think I had a good side of it. I was more the straight man. But I think Aaron did something really smart. He has a message film without it trying to be a message film. And I think when you make people laugh at something, you automatically give them an opportunity to see something differently, especially with mental illness or sex work, and understand it differently. Yeah.
In your career, did you take a lot of acting classes, things like, of course, the method and then improv and stuff like that? Are you honed on your skills?
Yeah, I'm in acting class now. I went to college for acting. I studied in London. I went to the Royal Academy of Dramatic Arts.
Wow.
I've done the whole thing. But I think the most important thing is to continue training throughout your whole career and keep yourself sharp. And I think right now, especially in quarantine, I think everyone is needs to pick up a play or two.
Now we're working on our pantomime skills.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I've seen people being really, really creative, and people are doing like readings and all these different kinds of things. So
it's an interesting world, like we started out with. I mean, and now you have TikTok, which people are just going nuts on.
I don't think I'm a TikToker.
I want to see you do, a 30-second Shakespeare play on TikTok. That would be
yeah,
condense
that would be great.
Yeah.
Oh, with noble minds.
Yeah.
Just like.
We'll call it Slings and Arrows, and it'll star you. Do you have a hunger to be on stage?
Definitely. I mean, that was part of the reason for still keeping a foot in New York. I think stage is one of the most important aspects of being an actor. I think it keeps you sharp. And I think I hope to have a career where I'm definitely doing both as much as possible.
I talk to a lot of actresses and actors. Do you take a piece of each character with you when you're done? Do they haunt your soul, basically?
I think you never forget the things you learn from them. So you take that, and then I do this weird thing when I'm done with a character, and I feel like I have to mourn them. So I make a cheese board and get some wine and kind of, I'm sad to say goodbye to her.
Wow, you hold a funeral for each character. That's great.
Kind of. I shiva. I don't know. So, but I definitely think you get wrapped up with them. It's a relationship. So it's like any relationship. You always carry them with you. They're aspects of your life.
Are you going to be directing, a film or a play in the near future?
Yeah, I've actually, this has given me a good time to keep making drafts. I have 2 different projects I'm working on right now. I hope to direct for sure. I think that's a really amazing trend that is happening, where female actors are getting a chance to direct a lot more and work on their own projects. So I hope to be a part of that.
Do you
Sure.
have heroes in this business, people that you look up to or somebody that you want to work with?
So many. So many.
Well, you've already worked with me, so that you could cross that
Yeah,
off
done.
the list.
Yeah, I mean, I was reading Emma Thompson's diary from Sense and Sensibility, and I definitely hope she's someone I get to bump into. Toni Collette,
Yeah.
Laura Linney. There's a lot of people. Connie Britton. I love them.
Yeah, Toni Collette seriously has, I think, voluntary Tourette's when it comes to characters because she can do anything and she just takes over
She
those
just,
characters.
yeah, she really is an incredible actor.
Is it wise to keep a diary? Do you want to do that of every movie you've done, just a character diary?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's always good to write in a character. I think writing in a character's mind gets you subconsciously there. I think your goal is always doing as much things that will seep into your subconscious, so that when you're on screen, you're not showing the work; it's just there.
Well, you
Yeah.
did a terrific turn in Inside the Rain. It is an amazing performance because, again, with comedy is based in tragedy. We
Yeah.
all know this, and the backstory of your character. I mean, you really kind of showed that you completed all of those things with your character, even though we don't know what that backstory kind of is. You do, and it really shows. I mean, when I watch a
Thank
film,
you.
I go, "Wow, that actress really has got a complete idea of who this character is."
Thank you, Tony. That's really sweet.
And do you have a next project coming up? Something that you're already, working on?
Yeah, it's something going for this summer, but TBD. We'll see how this all goes.
How is New York, by the way, during all of this? Are the streets empty? Can you go shopping?
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm in a good spot. I'm in East Village, so there's still little things that you're able to do to keep yourself with some sort of ritual, so you're not going.
You don't go
cuckoo.
nuts.
Yeah, I live by the park, so I take big strolls around the park and go look at the water and all the things. So I don't know.
Well, that's good. You're keeping
It's the
busy.
little things, right?
All right,
Yeah.
I want to see you on TikTok pretty soon with the Shakespeare stuff.
Yeah. Yep.
All right.
Gonna do that.
It's such a pleasure to talk to you. The name of the film is Inside the Rain. It is a wonderfully done. Eric Roberts, by the way, is a friend of mine, and he's, as I told Aaron, he's a meticulous actor, but he's so much fun.
He's incredible. Yeah, no, he's a great actor. Tried to learn as much as possible from watching him.
Yeah, he's got this sister that I don't know if anybody's ever heard of her, but Eric, we did I was involved with a sci-fi series he was on called Caprica. It was a
wow.
Battlestar Galactica spinoff,
Cool.
and the man is I just am in awe of what he can do, but on the stage he is absolutely brilliant as well. So jumping
really?
from film to stage is I think really hard for actors because one, you have to be very introspective and show little emotion, while the other you have to play to the back room, the back row.
Yeah, you want to keep yourself as stretched on both ends of the range for sure. Yeah, I think Eric's part of those actors that are incredibly trained, and that's why they work so much and why they work for so long.
Ellen, thank you so much for your time and for this last 5-minute ramble that we did. It was great.
I know.
All right, you take care.
You too. Bye.
And hope to see you soon.
Yeah, thank you.